Fire up your keytar, because I've got 10 trivia questions for you on 80s pop music. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my website, triviawithbuds.com. You can see all kinds of sample videos of the virtual trivia shows I've been running for the last 15 months. We're on about show number 650, going on 700 shows over this last crazy quarantine period, and over 6,000 overall events since 2010. Go check out all the fun stuff there. There's stuff to download. There's trivia team name ideas. There's a blog. There's videos. There's how-to guides, and so much more. Triviawithbuds.com. A client bought me a calendar called 365 Days of Amazing Trivia, so I thought for today's intro, I'll share a couple of these questions with you. Kind of some warm-up questions for our episode about 80s pop music for Christy Shipley in just a little bit. Here's your first one. Which predominantly Roman Catholic country consumes fonseca, a kind of codfish soup, during Lent? And your answer is none other than Ecuador. In addition to the codfish, which symbolizes Jesus, the soup often features 12 different grains or beans and vegetables representing the 12 apostles. Here's your next question. Who founded Joffrey Ballet, a world-famous ballet company known for its contemporary repertoire? The answer there is Robert Joffrey, who was a dancer himself. He tap danced as a child and later turned to ballet, moving to New York City to dance in various companies before founding his own. And your last question here from the 365 Days of Amazing Trivia Desk Calendar. What kind of facial hair pattern does the term Burnsides refer to? Burnsides. That is a mustache and whiskers on the cheek, but no chin beard. The name is a nod to an American Army officer named General Ambrose Burnside, 1824 to 1881, who sported the look. The term later inspired the word sideburns. So that all came from old Burnsides. All right, those are your three fun facts to warm you up. We're going into 80s pop music trivia right now. Enjoy today's quiz and sing along. Here we go. It's 80s pop music number one. Which Norwegian group sang Take On Me in 1984? Number one, which Norwegian group sang Take On Me in 1984? Question number two, three members of Duran Duran all share the same surname. What is that surname? Number two, three members of Duran Duran all share the same surname. What is it? And number three, The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey was featured in what Eddie Murphy comedy of the 80s? Number three, The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey was featured in what Eddie Murphy comedy of the 80s? Question number four, Hold Me Now was by a group called the Blank Twins. Number four, Hold Me Now was by a group called the Blank Twins. Fill in the blank. Number four. Question number five, Rick Ocasek was the lead singer for what new wave group of the 80s? Number five, Rick Ocasek was the lead singer for what group? Question number six, what one-word named rocker sang backup vocals on the Dire Straits song Money for Nothing? Number six, what one-word named rocker sang backup vocals on the Dire Straits song Money for Nothing? And number seven, what Aerosmith song starts with the lines, "Now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover"? Number seven, what Aerosmith song starts with the lines, "Now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover"? And number eight, what operatic band produced the soundtrack for the Flash Gordon film of the 80s? Number eight, what operatic band produced the soundtrack for the Flash Gordon film of the 80s? Number eight. Question 9, Rock Me Amadeus singer Falco was born in what European country? Number 9, Rock Me Amadeus singer Falco was born in what European country? And the final question for today on 80s pop music, number 10, what group had the hit song Heat of the Moment? What 80s group had the song Heat of the Moment? Those are all your questions for 80s pop music as picked by Christy Shipley. She's a Patreon subscriber at patreon.com/trivia with buds. Be like Christy, throw $5 at the show every month and pick a topic through the rest of the year that I have to record just for you. We'll be right back with the answers in a second. 80s pop music answers. Let's see how you did. Number 1, which Norwegian group sang Take On Me in 1984? That was Aha. Aha is what you said in your brain when you figured out that one. Number 1, Aha. Number 2, 3 members of Duran Duran all share the same surname or last name. What is it? It is Taylor. Taylor is shared by 3 members of Duran Duran as a last name. Number 3, The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey, was featured in what Eddie Murphy comedy of the 80s? My brother's favorite Eddie Murphy movie, Beverly Hills Cop. Number 3. Number 4, Hold Me Now was by a group called the Blank Twins, the Thompson Twins. Thompson Twins. Number 5, Rick Ocasek was the lead singer for which new wave group of the 80s? One of my favorites, The Cars. The Cars, number 5. Number 6, what one-word named rocker sang backup vocals on the Dire Straits song Money for Nothing? That would be the Police's Sting. Sting. Gordon Thomas Sumner, I think is his real name. Number 7, what Aerosmith song starts with the lines, now there's a backseat lover that's always undercover? That's Walk This Way by Aerosmith, Walk This Way. And number 8, what operatic band produced the soundtrack for the Flash Gordon film of the 80s? I had never known this until I read this today. It's Queen, of course. They have A Night at the Opera as one of their hit albums, and they got asked to do the soundtrack for Flash Gordon. Number 9, Rock Me Amadeus singer Falco was born in Austria, the European country of Austria, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And number 10, what group had the hit song Heat of the Moment? That was Asia, which is my favorite answer to an audio-based clue on Celebrity Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live. They're like, name the country, and they just play the clip, and it's like, Asia, and they don't get it. It's the best. And that is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening on this little podcast. And if you like it, tell a friend about it. That's the easiest way to help get the word out there, spread the word about this show. We have between 1,000 and 2,000 downloads on every episode, just stats-wise, which is always awesome to see. So there's 1,000 or 2,000 people that really dig this show worldwide every day when it comes out. So thank you for spreading that word, becoming a Patreon subscriber, and grabbing some new swag. We've got all kinds of new swag over at Etsy.com/shop/trivia with buds. That is the easiest way to do it, or just Google Trivia with Buds Etsy. We have a new Roadhouse logo that you can see for the podcast logo right here. I'll talk more about that on another episode. And I have a bunch of stickers with that on it. I have zip-up hoodies for the first time, tank tops for the summer, and your good old-fashioned unisex Bella Canvas t-shirt. So go check all those out and support the show. It's a picture of me as Patrick Swayze's character Dalton in Roadhouse and some neon Trivia with Buds sign action underneath. It's my favorite one thus far. Shout out to Brian Ward of Quincy, Illinois, who designed those. Or maybe Hannibal, Illinois. I forget where he lives. Somewhere like that. Okay, Hannibal, Iowa? I don't know. Somewhere around Western Illinois. Your final thing for today is the fact of the day. And the fact of the day for today's episode is all about a little something called Mercury. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. If you didn't know that, now you know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for buying a t-shirt. And we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.